Hi, everyone. Welcome to Selena's Sofa. I'm Selena, and I have my guest stars. Everyone introduce themselves.
I'm Lay.
I'm Aaron.
My name's Mo.
And this is Selena's Sofa. Anyways, let's begin. Basically, what we are going to be talking about, we're going to have a battle between the sexes, which means boys versus girls. And we're going to see their worldviews and what their meaning of being a man is and what our meaning of being a woman is in the generation that we are in today. So, we're all pushing 20, in our 20s. Most of us are in our 20s. Pushing 20. And we have to get very strict on what we want moving forward, because this is our make or break years. Since we're going to be going through many different phases of our lives in the next 10 years, and a lot of us have our own views and perspective on change, and I want to know what everyone's view is on how you feel about change.
Well, change is natural. You should expect it all the time. I don't think you need to look at it with the more positive view, because a lot of people don't like change. They like to remain as things are, because change can be very uncomfortable, but it's natural. It's supposed to happen. It's just how it is.
Facts. Change for me, I remember I had an issue with it. I remember that's more in my adolescent teen years, but it's everywhere. It's every day. It's every moment. Change is happening in our bodies currently. Change is happening outside in the weather and the seasons, and as the days go by, it's everywhere. So it's not something you can really. Change is just change is just is. Change just is. That's it.
Change. I think change is beautiful because it's change. It happens. Change is always good. Like, it always leads you to something better. Like, even if you lose something, that's change, but then you get gifted something better, and that's change as well. So accept change for what it is and the gifts you will get for accepting it and not fighting it.
So change to me is being uncomfortable. You have to embrace being uncomfortable to become a better man, a better person, a better woman. You have to do all that to become a better person in general. Change is a good thing. I agree with everyone here. Change is needed. Yeah.
And on that topic of comfortability, you have to get comfortable in the uncomfortable. Yep. Would you guys say that you are currently in the spot you're in right now, you're uncomfortable?
I feel like I could say so. I feel like I have a ways to go before I'm like where I want to be personally. There's still more change to come. Yeah, I'm not exactly fully comfortable.
Okay. I would say I'm in an uncomfortable state. Not all the time, but most of the time. And right now I'm choosing to be uncomfortable, because that's the only way you can learn and break patterns and break cycles. And that's what I want. That's what is needed to grow, to break those patterns.
I feel as though I am uncomfortable most of the time, but I no longer fight to get out of it. It's kind of just like you gotta accept shit for what it is so you can move past it. Same thing with change. Everything changes. Comfortability, you could be comfortable 1 minute and then completely distraught the next. So let things be.
So I'm pretty uncomfortable in my current state. Being uncomfortable is needed to change. That's basically what I feel like you're trying to get at, is you have to be uncomfortable to change. Because if you're comfortable, you're not going to take any strides to change your situation. But if you're uncomfortable, you're gonna make those moves to get yourself out of that situation. So yeah.
Is there ever going to be a time in your life where you're like just fully comfortable every single day and you have nothing else to worry about?
I feel like there's
No, I don't think so, honestly. I feel like when you're too comfortable, then things don't get done. That's how I look at it.
So what about like elderly people?
Huh?
What about like
Well, I
elderly?
mean, when you're at that point, you don't really have too much to worry about.
all you gotta do is worry about
Why do we have
getting
to
your
wait
diapers
until we're
changed.
old in order to stop worrying?
Well,
I don't think we have to wait until we're old. I think everybody reaches their fullest potential and their highest self in their own time. It doesn't have to be when you're old, but if that's what you're waiting for, then that's going to happen. Because everything's going to happen in divine timing.
no, I agree. I was more like saying you kind of gotta, when you're uncomfortable with the environment, with the space that you're in, you're constantly working towards like something better. It keeps you focused.
Okay. My view on that is some people are very uncomfortable to the fact that they have to use things and people to fill a void, so that they feel comfortable in some type of sense, and they're gonna keep chasing that comfortability, and it becomes very unhealthy. That's a problem in our generation that I've seen all over the place. What are the roles in this generation that you guys have taken?
Going out, get things, work, provide, protect, hunting and gathering. That's basically it.
Okay. So for me, same thing. You gotta protect. You gotta provide. You also have to, like, if you have like kin, you have to be there for your kin. You know, as a man, it's important for a kid to have a father. You know.
I find those to be like the basic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just
That's
like,
the bare minimum.
A gender role.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
well, not women, but like men, yeah.
As
And
far as the last thing he said, like being there for your kin, that's just what I think.
okay,
Not a lot of people in this generation do that, so that's why I had to say. People forget.
how do you think a man should act in this? Well, besides providing and protecting, what attributes should they have?
They need to be able to regulate their emotions, because being able to provide is not going to happen if your emotions are all over the place and you don't know how to act or react. I think they also need to just stop being so brutish. You're a man, you're not a caveman. Like, don't, like, being aggressive, especially when it comes to females, like, there's no need to ever raise your voice at a female. There's no need to ever feel the need to shove her or push her. And just listen to a woman when she tells you something, because 9 times out of 10, she's right.
I wouldn't say that we're always right though, but I find that we are more emotionally in tune than men. So the way we process things, I find are a little more enhanced or advanced. Because we are the nurturers, we are the caregivers. What type of lady do you want to be like to your man?
Oh.
Or in general. It doesn't have to be to a man.
I want to be a very, like, classy woman. Like, I want to get on my P's and Q's. Like, I want to be going to high noon tea every weekend. Like, I just want to have all my ducks in a row and know what I'm doing and be knowledgeable and powerful enough to know that nothing else is going to steer me off my track. Not even a man.
Yes.
A man should just be there to uplift me while I'm on my track. You know what I mean? And as I water him, we water each other, you know? If it feels more as though it's control, then you need to correct the situation, assess the situation, and then correct it. Because if you're allowing the behavior, it's only going to get worse or continue. So that's why you need to be more knowledgeable and know that you can't be let off your track, because once you give somebody that, like, once you give somebody access to that part of you, and you see yourself that you're not on what you want to be on, you're not going to be on it.
What have you noticed about that's like a reoccurring thing that happens in our generation when it comes to dating?
The tendencies I see are men that don't know how to regulate their emotions. That's one of the biggest. Because
I think you're ear raping.
I know. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of men don't know how to regulate their emotions when it comes to a woman. I feel like you have to, as a man, you have to regulate your emotions anyway. But with a woman, you have to do it tenfold because they're softer. I don't want to say creatures, but they're yeah, we're all creatures. We're all creatures. We're animals. We're mammals. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Who's next?
I am. So in this generation of dating culture, and perfectionism eats when it comes to the dating game, and like these standards being set over, especially women who feel like they have to, show their bodies, reveal themselves, to get validation from a man.
I've noticed that in this generation, a very consistent thing I've noticed is gaslighting, manipulation, narcissistic traits, and even physical abuse at times, A lot of mental mind games these people like to play. They literally think it's a game of Monopoly or something. I don't know. But we need to get it together as a collective. Thank you.
As a species.
Oh, I have another topic that is not even on the question board. Masculine versus feminine energy. Do you guys know what that is? And do you believe in it?
When you act like a
When men act like
yeah. I feel like, all right, so I know the difference. So masculine energy is when you know how to talk to people a certain way, but when you talk like I'm having trouble. You want to help me out?
I'm trying to
fellow man.
Okay, since we know
They're lost.
Yes.
Help me.
A masculine man
Y'all shut up.
is a man. It's not a man who protects and provides, because that is the bare minimum. A masculine man is a man who has direction, who has a way of life, who knows how to take care of himself and others, and has the ability to really, be a leader. Now, a feminine man, which we see all over the place, is a man with no direction, a man who feeds off of women for, validation. And it's not just one, it's a whole bunch of them. A man can look like a man, like the manliest man with muscles and all of that. That doesn't matter. He can still have all that feminine energy within him.
Clock it.
You have anything to say about that?
So am I just explaining masculine energy? Diablo. Am I just explaining masculine energy?
Masculine and feminine energy. Like, what's the difference? Like, and what have you seen it in men?
Okay. Masculine energy should be more, I don't want to say like controlling. Not controlling. Don't be a controlling person ever. But like, you should know how to assess the situation. And you should know how to just handle yourself. Be level-headed. Have a good head on your shoulders. Like, don't do all this extra stuff. I feel like there's a lot of extra, unneeded, unwanted feminine energy that men like to carry around because they see that women get treated so nicely by men, but I don't think they're processing it's by men. Like, they just think, oh yeah, girls are getting treated so nicely, maybe I should act like. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Females also, I feel like, can try to project masculine energy.
Most definitely.
And
Thinking about that.
if that's what you into, hey, by all means, like if you're more of a masculine presenting woman, that's one thing. I'm talking about like girly girls, girly pops wanting to.
What's that saying that girls be saying? I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I'm a girl's girl, but you're in your masculine energy.
Yeah. I don't think any girl's girl would be trying to show any brute force towards other women.
Yep.
Or other men when not needed. Like, if a guy's threatening you, hell yeah, threaten him back. But if that's not the case, there's no need to be aggressive. There's no need to be overly disrespectful or anything like that. And I feel like it's not needed. Feminine energy needs to stay to feminine people.
I see men who are feminine, who have feminine energy, as men who seek other males' validation. So they're going to act a certain way around their friends. I've witnessed this firsthand. Being a girlfriend of a feminine man, not this one, but in the past.
Dang, Aaron.
In the past.
I know.
Back then, I was a girlfriend of a feminine man who would change the way he would act around his friends to act a little more, big up, big man. That's like a lack of masculine energy, because people who are masculine have confidence in the way they lead. If you don't, reevaluate where you stand. You probably are for the boys, like literally.
James. Charles. I agree with you guys.
I agree because I've seen it, but like I've kind of seen it from afar. I don't really know too much about the feminine energy that some of these men radiate. I'm not too knowledgeable on it, so.
Do y'all feel energy the same way we feel energy?
I can't say because I don't know how you feel energy.
I feel energy, but it could be a different way than you feel energy.
What do you mean?
Like,
I don't know how you guys feel energy.
the way
so
we
I can't,
feel energy, like we could pick up on energy and like sense it much quicker, and that's why it
Like
ties
on,
to our
like,
emotions real
vibes
fast.
and like the way a room could feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know how it feels.
You know I can.
Nah, I see it. I may not say anything,
But you guys,
I see
you
it.
guys say that you feel this energy, and then there's all this like chaotic energy around, but you stay around that chaotic energy.
Yeah,
Why
like,
is that?
I don't think you guys feel it for real.
I guess you see it, but you don't feel it, if that makes sense. I think.
What are you talking about, Lay? I'm curious. What energy are you talking about?
No,
What they're
like,
alluding to.
do you like? Okay, so let's say you walk into a room. You feel an energy that's like, I don't know how to feel right now. I don't know about this.
And I
Do
walk
you
out.
feel it, or you just see the energy and you're just like, okay. You feel an energy that's like.
I don't see it. I feel it. I feel it more.
Explain it then.
So, say something's going on, right? I could, bro. What are y'all laughing about?
Nothing
What's up?
It just made me think.
So I know how to read body language, right? So when, say, you walk into a room and something's off, you could usually see it on the people's faces or with body language. And if it's a bad energy or vibe, I turn back around. Bye-bye.
That's cap.
That's true.
What do you mean that's cap? What do you mean that's cap?
I've witnessed it firsthand.
All right, so
I've witnessed it
pause this camera right now. Let's talk.
I can see it and I can feel it, but I'm always so at peace that I don't really let certain things affect me. So just because I don't act out on certain things that I see or feel, it doesn't mean that I'm not seeing or feeling it. It just means that I'm just always chilling.
He's just a chill guy.
Anyway.
Why are you abusing it?
So, from this little conversation that we had with each other, what did y'all take away from this? What can y'all
leave
and keep in mind about each other?
I think in this current generation, I feel like both men and women are kind of starting to forget how things are, how things should be, and it's leading to a disruption. That's why it's hard for men to find women and vice versa. Because I feel like we're starting to lose, not me, but I feel like people are starting to lose like themselves. They're not really understanding how it's supposed to be. Like, that's why we was talking about gender roles as for men and women. And yeah, some men want to be laid back, take women roles, and vice versa.
If there's no structure, there's no balance. What Aaron said.
Bars.
What's your main takeaway?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna take away from this, y'all, is that us four sitting right here are about to witness a breakthrough. Because we see past the bullshit of this generation.
We have a sponsor.
Yes.
Oh my.
Sponsor. Get it now.
Yo, play the the guy that was on
Gift sent from heaven, my YouTube channel, Mother Lena right here, who's sitting right here. I am being sponsored by Meathead Brands. Yes. And it carries luck.
Yo,
I have never been so lucky since I've
so
gotten
hard.
Literally, bro, like
one of these.
That is grippy.
This is just the logo. This is not how the hoodies will remain, but it's in the works. Join our community. Meathead is a community, and one day we'll all be living it up together, wearing this merch. Because this merch is what brings you the luck. It's what brings you the success, the abundance. Because it comes with its own affirmation. It comes like whenever you see it on yourself. What does it say? An object in motion
Stays in motion.
So, guess what we're about to do today, y'all? We're about to stay in motion, okay?
Indeed. Big motion.
Meathead Brands on all platforms.
Big motion. Meathead.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Selena's Sofa. Our first episode is complete. Thank you to all of my stars on this platform with me. We're going to make it to the top together. And everyone watching, we're going to make it to the top together. All right? Stay tuned. Make sure you hit some buttons for me.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And we'll see you on the next one.